Hello and welcome to this comprehensive tutorial on the break statement in switch case programming. I'm excited to take you through one of the most fundamental yet critical concepts in programming languages like C, C++, Java, and JavaScript. Whether you're a beginner just starting your programming journey or an experienced developer looking to solidify your understanding, this video will give you a deep dive into why the break statement is absolutely essential for writing clean, predictable, and bug-free code. The break statement might seem like a simple keyword, but understanding its role in switch statements is crucial for preventing some of the most common and frustrating bugs in programming. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a complete understanding of what break does, why it's needed, when to use it, and how to avoid the pitfalls that catch many programmers off guard. Before we dive into break statements, let's establish a solid foundation by reviewing switch statements themselves. A switch statement is a control structure that allows your program to execute different blocks of code based on the value of a single expression or variable. Think of it as a sophisticated traffic controller that directs your program's execution down different paths depending on what value it encounters. The basic syntax looks like this. You have a switch keyword followed by an expression in parentheses, then a series of case labels, each representing a possible value that the expression might have. When the program encounters a switch statement, it evaluates the expression once and then looks for a matching case label. If it finds a match, execution begins at that case and continues from there. This is fundamentally different from if-else chains where each condition is evaluated separately. Switch statements are designed for efficiency when you're comparing one variable against multiple possible values. However, there's a crucial behavior that distinguishes switch statements from if-else chains. Once execution begins at a matching case, it doesn't automatically stop there. This is where the break statement becomes absolutely critical. Now let's explore what happens when you don't use break statements, a behavior called fall through. This term describes how execution falls through from one case into the next, continuing until it hits a break statement or reaches the end of the switch block. Let me illustrate this with a concrete example. Imagine you have a simple program that prints the day of the week based on a number. If the variable day equals 2, you might expect only Tuesday to be printed. But without break statements, the program actually prints Tuesday, Wednesday, and other day all in sequence. This happens because once the program finds the matching case, case 2, it starts executing from there and continues through every subsequent line until the switch ends. The fall-through behavior is so problematic that modern programming languages like Rust and Swift require explicit syntax to enable it. The break statement serves as your escape hatch from the switch block. When the program encounters a break statement, it immediately stops executing the current switch and jumps to the first line of code after the closing brace of the switch statement. Let's modify our previous example to include break statements. Now, when day equals 2, only Tuesday is printed, and execution immediately jumps out of the switch to continue with whatever code follows. The break statement doesn't just prevent fall through, it also serves important performance and clarity purposes. From a performance standpoint, break allows the program to skip evaluating and executing unnecessary code once the correct case has been handled. If you have nested switches, break exits only the innermost switch. While fall through is usually undesired, there are legitimate scenarios where programmers intentionally omit break statements to create useful patterns. The most frequent error is simply forgetting to include break statements. Another common mistake is inconsistent break placement. The best practice is to include break in every case unless you specifically need fall-through behavior. Let's wrap up everything we've covered about break statements in switch cases. Thank you for watching this comprehensive tutorial on break statements in switch cases.